Zimbabwe's new president Emmerson Mnangagwa has replaced two ministers, 2 days after announcing his cabinet. Critics said the original lineup showed Mr. Mnangagwa had no plans to bring real change to the country despite hailing a new democracy. The education and labor ministers have now been replaced, ostensibly to comply with a constitutional provision. But military chiefs remain in charge of the foreign affairs and land portfolios. 10 days ago Mr. Mnangagwa returned from exile following the military coup against Robert Mugabe, promising to serve all citizens equally. There was uproar when instead of creating a cabinet that included opposition figures, he appeared to reward the military for its role in bringing him to power. On Saturday, the government announced that 2 positions were being replaced to ensure compliance with the constitution and considerations of gender, demography and special needs. Reports suggest the initial list did not comply with a constitutional provision which limits the number of ministers who are not members of parliament. Some opposition supporters celebrated the most high-profile decision, the removal of the education minister Lazarus Dokara, arguing that he was responsible for the decline in educational standards over the last few years. He is being replaced by his own deputy, Paul Mavuma. Meanwhile ZANU-PF deputy Petro Nellakaganai becomes Labor and Social Welfare Minister in place of Clever Nyathi, who becomes a special advisor to the President on National Peace and Reconciliation. Following the news, Zimbabwean media mogul and commentator Trevor Cube tweeted that the quick change meant the president was either listening to the public or he rushed through this important task. Less than 48 hours after cabinet announcement these changes have been made. Either President Mnangagwa is listening to the public or he rushed through this important task. Is this a positive move or cause for concern? What do you think? #Zimbabwe